Hi Gemini, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of September, I have, as usual, a special sales offer available, which is inspired in this Virgo themed season we are currently on, and it's called Wipe It Clean. If you would like to know more details about that special or any other of my services, again, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do so by following the PayPal link, which is also down below, and as well my Facebook and Instagram page. So Gemini, September feels like quite a positive month as long as some of you are pushing yourselves to move beyond what holds you back from pursuing your goals, your ambitions. It's a very driven month when it comes to accomplishments, but it's like you have to push yourself to act upon ways that perhaps are a little bit different than what comfortably or ideally you would like to need to act. It's like there's a certain set of actions, right? There's certain intentions, certain decisions, certain places, certain talks that need to happen, which are again falling in alignment with this active pursuit to meet your desires, to meet your goals, to succeed, to find victory, to find movement, to find the things that you have been craving to find. But in order to get there, you must leave the position in which some of you have grown to be more familiar or comfortable with, which might be in a domain where this Queen of Cups exists. And embodying in terms of energy, it's an energy that likes to be passive, that likes to receive and wait, right? It's a very in state of being. It's a passive state. It's a reflective state. It's a state of emotional preservation. As on opposite, you have three cards that are about hunting, that are about action, that are about going for it, doing and thinking later, not caring so much about emotional or, practical issues or consequences that might come from this action, just going for something because there's a huge feeling here that in order to succeed at something, you have to act now. You cannot postpone this, you cannot wait or put this in other people's hand. And I feel like some of you are tempted to do that. You're tempted to kind of ask for help or ask for someone to take the lead on a situation that it must be your lead. It must be your decision. It must be your command. Otherwise, what feels here is that you won't find the freedom that some of you are really looking for. Some of you, this situation might involve travel, a decision or a move that's quite important, big and impactful, that is about travel, that is about going somewhere or relocating or changing something significant as a change of home, relocating somewhere else, visiting someone, seeing someone you have not seen for a while, going somewhere to explore and look for opportunities, changing jobs, whatever it is. There's something big, a big move that some of you are about to make or are being pressured to make, because if you don't make it now, it's like there's a window of opportunity in September that feels like, again, the ideal one in terms of energy. And it's like if Geminis don't act now during this Virgo season kind of influence here, you might miss on a very, very, very beneficial, again, window of opportunity that it's yours to take. I keep getting like there's something here that it's yours to take. It's your time. It's your opportunity, right? It's your stage to perform and be brilliant and be magnanimous here about whatever this performance metaphor is for you, but not without action. And again, I keep getting like some of you are just challenged in stepping up, being bold here, using your voice, being confident, showing yourselves or your creations or whatever you're wanting to do, with that confidence emanating, right? Radiance, kind of acting upon as an energy of attraction to receive again, to have things come to you that are helpful in this journey. It feels like September is a big journey of success and glory and exploration and things moving. If you have been waiting for something to unfold or leave that stagnation point, definitely September is the month where there is extreme movement here. You have three major cards with movement. Things are moving, and they might even be moving too fast for what you hoped for or what you feel comfortable with, but they are moving. So either, again, you feel like your life suddenly is taking a turn where you need to adapt to this new flow, or to this flow that feels a little bit too much, or a relationship is moving too fast, or someone is wanting to move too fast with you, or just something feels like a little bit out of your control. But it's funny because it is from that feeling of speed that some of you might awaken and leave that Queen of Cups again state and actually understand that you have the control if you hold it. It feels like you might feel moments where you're not in control because you're not holding the reins. You're just letting the chariot go, right? And the horses take you whatever they want, and so that feels very hectic and dangerous even, because you don't know if they can, right, properly direct themselves to the point where you need to be or where you want to be. So there's a moment in September that feels like that awakening, that abrupt awakening, where you suddenly realize that there's something here that has been or is right now completely at your hands, if you choose to be. Because it feels like there's here a choice for something important. I keep getting something important, something that really falls here in terms of your destination, like where you Gemini, in terms of your spiritual journey, the destination which you must go to. It's like time is running short. I'm sorry, time is running short. Like getting like there's something here that either you have been delaying or not seeing, not acknowledging, not understanding, that suddenly is going to happen and ask from you a lot, so that you can gain a lot as well in return. I also feel like some of you might have this kind of explosive moments, very heated debates. This message is more for Geminis that will be feeling this in communication. I feel like there's a lot of communication activity. So if there has been, again, a lack of communication flow, if you have been waiting for some sort of answer, someone to communicate it again with you, response, feedback, I feel like definitely September is one of those months where you're going to have plenty to talk about, right? And someone and people in general have also a lot to tell you. Definitely when you also have here this little troublemaker, which could be you, Gemini, because it's an air energy, or Libra, Aquarius influences, or in terms of energy its own, the Knight of Swords can, again, not really measure, calculate, have the judgment in place when it speaks. So you might say things without properly considering, right? Jumping to conclusions, be irritable, frustrated, and just want to, kind of, it's like almost like a word massacre. It feels like there's this urge, this desire on someone's end. It could be on your own or this other person you're dealing with, that have this urge to kind of, torture you. Let's put it that way. But it feels like it's coming from a place of passion. But it's that feeling of passion, aggressive vibe, pushy, insistent, right? So be mindful that communication as well during this time might easily fall out of handle, even if you initially want to communicate from a place, again, of heart, of compassion, of understanding. If you are trying to communicate that way, most likely you will receive a communication that in terms of temperament and style is quite different from yours. And so friction is created. It's almost like a buzz feeling, and being very triggered, easily triggered, as you are as well, easily triggering people you're talking about and discussing things about, particularly, again, people or situations in which communication are really about making decisions, affirming your identity, affirming your power, affirming your desires. The affirmation might be felt as threatening. Either your affirmation, right, or the affirmation of someone you're dealing with can feel like dangerous or again threatening, because triggering here a lot of issues, because it's like either it's felt as an invasion, right, of someone's wishes and desires into you, or you are, even if unconsciously, doing this as well to someone. So debates, discussions, very heated, passionate, but also with this argumentative tendency, could be in a way expected for some of you. I also feel like if you feel like you need to say something that, even though it might come off as being out of the blue or unexpected, but it's like something you have, it's like trapped here. I keep getting like some of your throat chakras have really been trapped. Like you have been avoiding or delaying or just not wanting to say certain things, to openly communicate about the truth of your intentions and desires again, or others around you might have been as well under this influence. And so it's like suddenly there's this liberation of whatever was congested here in your throat chakra, and everybody's saying whatever they want. And again, mindfulness in terms of how we use the power of word is extremely important. And I feel like someone here, for Geminis, that this is about, again, quarrels and discussions that feel like endless and sometimes very like war zone. Someone here being the adult, using wisdom aside of needing to be right, acting more upon wisdom than the need to be right, the need of the ego to be right. It feels like it could be the best approach to just have things cool down a little bit. I feel like there's a hunting energy here that also correlates to your love life. So it could be that someone is very determined to win you, to conquer here an opportunity to be a part of your life, to, kind of take you out of your... It feels like some of Geminis here have been a little bit asleep or sleeping in terms of this energy of love and relationships, like more in this hibernation phase. But for some of you Geminis, you have been in this hibernation phase, but someone has been like impatiently waiting for you to wake up, or impatiently waiting for certain decision on your side or something. Even for Geminis that have a partner, you could feel like your partner is more impatient with you every time you show a behavior that it's more passive or overly emotional, right? When you are in this very feminine element, you could trigger your partner, because it feels like the person you're dealing with, Gemini, is intense and is looking for an intense involvement, right? No lukewarm energy here. Intense involvement, intense response, so that you are in the go with them. And you might be needing to address that. Perhaps you have been, hiding, right, in the shell of emotions, of reflection, of intuitive exploration, trying to figure out how you feel, trying to heal, trying to do something for the benefit of you. But that is coming as a past influence. So you're leaving that state. You must leave that state and awaken to something else, which is apply all the emotional information, all the healing process you went through, apply it to something active, passionate, dynamic, intense, being a project, being a relationship, being, a goal, an intention you set for yourself. It just cannot be in the complete, cocoon, hibernation, hiding, preservation state. This is about putting yourself at risk. Yes, putting yourself on the line. right? Because if you don't, again, you will feel safe and protected, but life will pass by, opportunities will pass by. All the things that, give meaning, color, right? Joy, they will pass by, and you will keep being in this reminiscing phase where you're just overly, absorbed in your own emotions, perhaps a little bit as well, Gemini, and not able to see outside of your own condition. So some of you are also, in terms of relationships of all sorts, like you having a difficulty seeing beyond your own state because you have been there so long that everything that asks you to leave that state and look the other in the eye. But when I say that, is really look at their point, where they're coming from their own Queen of Cups point, from their heart, from their soul. I feel like some of you avoid that eye contact, that, deep look into someone else's soul, because you're afraid to get, it's like you're some of you Geminis are afraid to lose yourselves in that abyss, because you already, probably some of you already have felt like you did before when you've done that. And so you're very in this preservation mode. But in order, again, to be, for some of you, that this is about someone that is trying to really have something going on with you during this month, you might resist. There's a feeling of you resisting going there, but at the same time being pushed to go there. So there's this, again, friction that then has another consequences, as I was saying, which is about a lot of debates and differences and of opinions and options that get in the way, and a lot of ego and all of that. So it's more of a fear of jumping, giving something a chance. So it could be that you're afraid of to give a chance to something, career-wise, emotionally wise. It feels like you're really afraid of giving chance to something that impacts your heart space and your solar chakra. So there's a lot of here as well, because the chakra alignment is showing a lot in your reading. So it's like, it's one of those months where some of you Geminis could also benefit from some chakra alignment, meditations, therapy, conscious healing, and energizing, because it feels like if you are in alignment, it will be better for you to understand what you should be doing. It's better to understand where, again, others are coming from, where you are coming from, and so properly act and communicate and engage in situations without either being too terrified about it or being too confrontational about it. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you so much for all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And hopefully we'll see each other soon.